Salut 5A! Aujourd'hui, c'est le 20 mai 2020, c'est semaine 7, jour 4. Voici la prière pour la semaine et nos buts. Donc, on continue en créant la suspense en anglais. En mathématiques, on a notre évaluation finale pour l'air et le périmètre. Et en français, on continue avec l'écriture des histoires en pensant de la suite logique des péripéties. Donc, voici les tâches pour aujourd'hui. Premièrement, on écoute à la lecture des études sociales du texte. Ensuite, tu regardes la vidéo et tu réponds sur Flipgrid. Deuxièmement, on a une activité en créant la suspense. Troisièmement, on finit le schéma pour les péripéties. Et quatrièmement, on a religion où on parle de human dignity. Donc, pour les études sociales, aujourd'hui, la leçon est à propos de le bouclier canadien au passé et les premiers habitants du bouclier canadien. Donc, tu écoutes à la vidéo sur Google Classroom et la vidéo, c'est la lecture du texte. Ensuite, tu regardes la courte vidéo à propos des voyageurs sur les diapositives. Ensuite, tu lis la diapositive numéro 8 et après que tu fais la pratique, tu enregistres ta lecture sur Flipgrid. N'oubliez pas quand vous faites la lecture que vous faites attention à la prononciation du son ENT. Donc, par exemple, si j'ai il aime, ça ne va pas être il aimant, ça va être il aime. OK? ENT. Même chose avec la prononciation de A-I-N-T, si c'est il aimait, ce n'est pas il aimant, le A-N-T est silencé. Donc, tu pratiques ce texte avant d'enregistrer. So, tu lis au moins 2, 3, 4 fois, OK? Et tu cherches les mots de vocable. Donc, voici la courte vidéo et voici la texte. OK, maintenant en anglais, on continue avec la suspense. Donc, on retourne aux notes que je vous ai données le vendredi. So, here is our menu for suspense. These were notes that you had to, or that you were supposed to write in your duotang. Now, a menu for suspense is how do you create suspense in your story? Believe it or not, there's kind of a formula that you can use. And if you look in your books that you're reading at home, you can actually find these as well. So, one thing that we can do is use story questions. So, for example, the door creaked open, and I thought that could be my mom, but I wondered maybe it was somebody else. Okay, does that increase suspense for you? Okay, we've also got word reference, and word reference are when you use an alternative way of describing something so that you're not explicitly telling the reader, okay, this was actually a cat, but you're describing it. Okay, so that helps the reader imagine what it could be without actually telling them. For example, instead of saying the cat wandered over to me, I could say the orange fluff ball purred as it sauntered over my way. Okay, do I know what the orange fluff ball is? Probably. It's probably a cat, but I'm not telling you the cat came over to me. There are ways of making that more interesting. Finally, we have the magic of 3. So with this, first in the magic of 3, we name a red flag word. So suddenly, all of the sudden, out of nowhere, okay, and that's to grab the reader's attention. Then we have 3 different events. So 1 is what you hear, 2 is what you see, 3 is what you feel, or 4 was what you sense. Could be any of those. And that hints at your revelation. So what are we talking about? And then also in the magic of 3, you also record your reaction and about what you discover. So, for example, let's say suddenly I heard the door creak open, and I wondered, is that my mom? Or could that be someone else? Then I heard a low purring sound, and I thought that could not be human. Last, I felt something brush against me, and it was as quick as lightning. When I turned on the light, I was relieved to find that it was just an orange fur ball sauntering over my way. Okay, so by doing that, I've actually combined the magic of 3 word reference and story questions. So I really want you to think about how you can use these effectively. Now, with that being said, where do I think that we need more practice? I think it's going to be when we are giving, when we are creating word reference. So here, I've got a little worksheet for us, and this is where you're going to brainstorm adjectives that relate to the word that we're describing. So for example, if I have tiger, what are some adjectives that could describe a tiger? Well, a tiger could be wild, jungle, striped, armored, majestic. And what is a noun? So a noun is a person, place, or thing that could describe a tiger. Well, we know that tigers are felines. We know that they're ferocious hunters, so we could write a hunter. They're carnivorous, so they only eat meat. They're a creature, and they're a kitty. So we could say the wild carnivore roared, or the majestic kitty, I was in awe of the majestic kitty. Or this was no regular house cat. This was an armored feline, okay? So all of those are story reference. So what you're going to do is you are going to brainstorm adjectives and nouns that we can put together. Okay, next, mes amis, so that's for English. Ensuite, en français, on continue avec les composants d'un récit. So, vous avez reçu un schéma de hier. J'aimerais que vous remplissiez le schéma en faisant attention à la suite logique des événements et que aussi vos péripéties respectent la mise en situation. Donc, c'est-à-dire, est-ce que si je parle des 3 petits cochons, que une de mes péripéties est que le loup a créé une maison aussi? Non. Okay, so l'histoire doit suivre une suite logique. It has to be logical, and your events need to relate back to your élément déclencheur. Finally, we have our religion lesson. So today we're talking about human dignity. We're on chapter 15-16, and we're talking about how every life is sacred and deserves to be respected. So at a time where, all of us are affected by the pandemic, it's a good time to think about human dignity and how we are all one, regardless of who we are. So first you are going to read page 240, okay? And then I want you to think about these questions. What is human dignity? Why am I called to love and serve others? And what actions show love in my family, school, community, and world? Then I have this video from Nike talking about equality and fairness. And then you are going to enregistrer on your Flipgrid titled Human Dignity. And you're going to respond based on the video about what is human dignity, why are we called to love and serve others, and what actions show love in your family, school, community, and world. Donc, j'espère que vous passez une excellente journée d'apprentissage. Bonne journée et à plus tard, mes amis.